Hey everybody, we'll get started here in a minute. Otter's out there. Jared Parker, Tom Olafson, Matt Cross. Matt Cross is first. You got a little sad that one day Jerry Parker came in and snuck in before you, right, Matt? So I got some tea. I'm ready to go. Got a few things I want to show you. I got something cool hand delivered from the Death X Squad. So we got that. Darn, get it live, MC, LOL. Just kidding. What time is it over at your place? It is only 7:16. I think I might have started right on time, but maybe not. I don't know. Texas Bullet's out there, so everybody say hi to Texas Bullet. Tom Olafson. Had a chance to meet Tom Olafson. Nice guy. And then, if you guys haven't been paying attention, is come back that I am not pregnant. so I might talk about this for a minute. I do want to show you guys that. What's up, Robert Warren? Skull. Yancey Teal's out there. What's going on, Yancey? 45 auto. Thank goodness it's been close to 3 hours since my last live chat. I know, isn't it amazing? Let's see. So if you guys haven't seen the video, and I didn't even know these are out, but someone from our purchasing department, I'll leave the name out, had sent these. Hold on. Or not sent these, requested to get a pack of these to try out, test dummies, and I fit the bill being a dummy. So this is the COVID-19. Basically, 15 minutes you'll know if you have COVID. Now, what is the, how accurate is it? I have no damn idea. Is Elmo the daddy? Elmo is the daddy. No, he's, yeah, Elmo's the daddy. You guys kill me. But you get some blood from your finger, you pour it in there, put this liquid in there, and before you know it, you know if you're got COVID or not. So kind of cool. I could see those coming out. I don't know how expensive they are. I don't even know where she got them, but it could be something cool if this crap still keeps going on. These things might be widely available, and then you'll know right then. Maybe you could take them right before you get on duty, and if you pass this test, you can go to work. And if not, then you can't. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with all that. Inside Freedom, what's up, Scott? Hopefully you're doing well, my friend. Let's see, Otter, but do not take this too seriously. COVID is sneaky. Be cautious at all times. That's right. You never know. I could have got it between the time I took that test and now. But you know what? I have the antibodies of Pure Leaf. This isn't Pure Leaf, but basically sweet tea. And sweet tea stops anything. It's like 80W40 or 90. It works for everything. You got a flat tire, you're driving down the street, all of a sudden you're like, shit, I got to pull over and drink some sweet tea. Guess what happens to your tire? Instantly fixed. You're driving down the road, your radiator breaks, your truck's overheated. Guess what? All you got to do, have some sweet tea. I don't know what the MOA is on this test. Good question, Ken. Good question. This thing could just be a freaking hoax for all I know. But it was kind of fun to take the test. And it didn't say I had anything, so that's even better, right? The Shaggy Rifleman, what's going on? So let's get to the meat. Let's get to some meat and potatoes. So this thing right here. And then when you got these like artistic art tattoo guys, they always have this really cool writing. Look at that. But here's the logo. This is something that we talked about. We're not going to get crazy into depth. I know you guys got a little bored on the last chat or a couple chats ago talking about this, but yeah, he went over it with me. His name is +5. He's got a YouTube channel out there. Go check out his channel. But now that it's in my hand and I've actually had a chance to screw with it a little bit, I am pretty damn impressed with this package. So I'm going to take it apart. I'll show you guys what's up. Pure Leaf cures all. Inside freedom. That's right. Eagle Eye shooting. I think I sent you. Is it heavy? No, it's not heavy at all. It's all carbon fiber. He gave me some extra stickers, so when I get ready to do the video and that kind of stuff. This isn't the box it comes in. This is not a presentation box that it will come in, just to give you the heads up. This is R&D. This is us going out and not abusing it, like running it over with the car and shooting it. This is R&D of trying it out, putting it through the paces, getting it wet, shooting it in the rain. Now, if it's not raining, we'll make rain, whatever the case is. Comes in a cool case, so you can throw it in your shooting bag or whatever. I'm going to do a full review on it. I don't know how much it weighs right offhand. I'm not even going to guess, but it's not extremely heavy. And then he actually gave me this part, which is the extension for the top. So I will tell you, checking this thing out, the carbon fiber is extremely nice. It's got billet metal ends on here and billet inside of here. Let me see, I can kind of show you guys. So you can see it's nothing's plasticky or anything in here. So it's pretty cool. Clamps down really good. So super light. This is actually really nice. We were screwing with this for a little bit, and I have to apologize to +5 if he ends up showing up or watching this, because I actually had to get to a lunch meeting. So I didn't have a lot of time to sit and BS with him because obviously I'm working, so I got stuff I got to get done. The big thing I really like about this right off the bat is it has the 2 sizes. So you can use this as a tripod. You can use this for camera work as well. But like this is the smaller one. And this sleeve comes down. And then there's the little one. See that? So that was actually really cool because you can use it for a camera tripod or whatever the case is. But I really like how that has the option. So it's not like, oh, this isn't going to fit because it's the wrong size kind of deal. It has both sizes. I don't remember what the thread pitch deal is or all that kind of gizmo gadget. Here's the actual feet. The spikes for the feet came with 3. It's got a rubber O-ring, and it's got a hole so you can actually crank down on it with a little Allen wrench or whatever. But these are actually really nice. The rubber feet are extremely nice. But this thing does not weigh very much. I'm going to put this up against the Atlas that I have. Maybe I'll be able to borrow a few of the other ones that Ray has as well. But you can do a lot of cool stuff with this. So I was very surprised at how smooth the ball was. And smooth. So I could see if you wanted to use this as a camera. It was very, very nice. The material is, I don't know, it's freaking nice stuff. So with that said, I don't want to sit here and talk about this forever, but right out of the gate, looking at it, looking at the quality, craftsmanship, that kind of stuff, I'm going to give it a go and see how it does. This thing's built very strong, very sturdy. We messed with it, put it in a bunch of different angles and all kinds of stuff, messed with the ball, and I think this is going to be pretty cool. It'll apply to a lot of different types of shooting, especially with this. If you're a hunter and you have it, you can actually sit and wait for game to come by, especially if you're maybe older and you don't have the ability to run around and stalk. You can call in whatever game you're trying to get, and this is the perfect height. So this actually attaches, and you put the ball unit on top. But with that said, I'll try to get a video out there. I know Ray's going to try it out as well. And actually, talking of Mr. Raymundo, he's actually here, so I will add him to the chat. And I think he had Friday night fights tonight, so maybe we'll get a little update on that.
I'm on here. What is up?
Where you at?
Ricky.
Where you at, the gas station?
On
Friday night fights.
I'll give you 2 guesses, and the first one doesn't count.
Okay, what was the question? How Friday night went?
Well, I shot the Infinity, the new one that I've got like 100 rounds on.
The 40 cal?
Yeah, I shot the 40 cal and I smoked the first stage, and then on the second stage, I had a magazine malfunction and my rounds dropped on the ground.
Like mine did that one time, hopefully?
No, the follower hung up, and so I
Yeah.
dropped rounds in the grass. I still shot the stage, but that's 30 seconds each. So I ended up finishing second. Bryson took first. I congratulated him on it. He shot well, shot very well, but I'm not blaming the gun. I had a good time. Came in second. I'll take it.
I think I know exactly where you're at since Silver Fox told me.
And you know exactly where I'm at. I'm
I
at
know
the
exactly
casino.
where you're at. Well, that is cool.
Actually, just walking in right now. I didn't have service coming over the mountain, but
I
did
got
the
you.
giveaway earlier. I appreciate everybody that if you're watching, if you're cross watching the channels, I appreciate everybody that joined in. But gave away a new Exo set that has not even hit the dealers yet.
That was actually cool. That's a cool blade, though. Little contrast.
Yeah. All right. Well, they're not going to let me stay live on this thing, so I will holler at you later on.
All right, good luck and win me some money.
See you.
All right, you guys. So that was breaking news. That was one of my news reporters out live checking out the casino. So there we go. Kenny, I had sent you a link if you want to get in here. Silver Fox, I saw you on a video not too long ago. Jason Hunt, how you doing? Cartoon, Dare Bear Tacticals here. Brian Marks, let's see. Just watched your last video stream. Last live stream loaded up some 6.5. Going to the range. It has steel out to 1500. Oh, San Luis Obispo. Very nice. That's cool, man. Good luck. Have some fun out there. Bring some water. It's probably hotter than heck. Hidden Steel says, where? Yeah, Hidden Steel, our Brian Marks, Hidden Steel is in Riverside. So if you guys ever get a chance to hook up, I don't know how close you are, go out and shoot together. Jason Hunt, I appreciate that. That was super nice of you. Thanks again. 40K, never in 4K. Yeah, he had just hit 40,000 subscribers. So kudos to the X Ring for doing that, especially in such a short time frame. I've been doing this 4 times longer than he has, but he has a lot more knowledge and a lot better firearms than I do. And he's well spoken. So you get stuck with me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Ben Slow and the coast. Between San Luis Obispo and the coast. Got it. Let's see, Rick, you need to help me get to the county city department. I'm an engine captain for the Forest Service. I need more pay for what I'm doing. Brian, you may or may not be familiar. I did some videos back in the day. This was more for probationary people. It's called Into the Fire. I did a series of how to get a job. I think it was how to get a job or when you're on probation. I did like 4 or 5 of them, and those may help you. They're older videos, but search Into the Fire. And if you see I don't know if you can search inside of my channel. I'm not sure how that works, but go take a look at that. I think there's some information on being probationary that you would have some fun listening to. But yeah, you know what? I don't know if you have your medic certificate or not, but man, I tell you what, all the departments down here, we're hiring tons of paramedics right now. So, but I don't know what you want to do. I don't know what position you want to lateral over as or start over or whatever you want to do. Yeah, maybe you can get my job when I leave. Let's start right now. You can have it. Oh shit, here we go. Oh. Medical aid. All right, so we're good. I don't need to go to that. All right, so what's everybody doing? I want to know, I have a question for everybody. So most of you guys on here, and gals, when I say guys, I mean gals and guys. What is the minimum requirement for you if you are a concealed carrier how many rounds is your minimum that you'll carry? And I don't mean spare mags. I'm talking, or if you say you have a pistol that only holds a certain amount, and you're like, but I carry 2 bags, let me know. Kind of want to do a mini debate, not so much a debate, but just kind of want to see where people are at, especially right now. Things are a little different than they were, say, a couple years ago. Possibility of a lot more craziness going on, so let me know. I would like to hear what you have to say. Let me plug this in. Yeah, this one needs a charge. Eagle eye shooting. You are too young for that answer. Come on, damn it. This cord's kicking my ass. There we go. All right. Commando 97 says 12. Okay. Hey, Matt, you want a link? Matt's got, let's see, Matt, if he wants to get on here. The reason why I'm asking is a lot of it may or may not depend where you live, how far away, say the suburb is. Let's see, RTT. All right, get rid of the shiny objects. Now, you may live in a town that has 10 people. And more than likely, all 10 of those people are not going to harm you, hopefully. But you may live in a town that has, I don't know, 2 million people. So the question, and the reason for the question is, as most of you probably know, California has a 10-round magazine capacity, is their legal capacity that you're allowed to have in California. As of today, 2020. Tomorrow, it could be 8. It could be 6. It could be 1. Who knows? The reason I ask this is, so you guys may or may not be familiar with the female officer that was involved in a shooting, and from LAPD. She's actually a Terran tactical girl. I don't know her name. But she actually got into a shooting. There was a guy that got into a car wreck. Then he was basically injuring himself with a knife or knives or something, box cutter, whatever the hell it was. And he ended up going after her, the officer. Now, I believe, I didn't get crazy into the story, but I believe that she put all 10 targets, or all 10 bullets on target. So that's awesome shooting for her, especially since she trains a lot and all that kind of stuff. But he basically reached back down, grabbed his knife, and she had to shoot him a few more times in order for him to stop. So that's one person. I don't know if he was on crack. I don't know if he was on any type of narcotics, drugs, whatever the case is. But one person, 10 rounds, and it was kind of a close thing. He got pretty close to her before she was able to put enough rounds in him to basically make him stop the threat. So the reason why I say that is because let's see what we got for answers now. Now, I'll tell you this much. I went from a few carry guns I liked. I liked the, when I was in California and had a concealed weapons permit, it was nice because, out here it's very hot, so you're always in kind of shorts, a t-shirt. So the smaller the pistol or something easier to conceal was a lot easier to deal with. And you're hoping that most people didn't have, or not that you were hoping that most people didn't have, but for the most part, hiding a weapon was a little bit easier if it was more compact, subcompact, blah, blah, blah. But the round capacity really sucked, right? And then at the time, your option was like a 19, a Glock 19 or something in that size. But you still only got 10 rounds. So it wasn't like It wasn't like if I went with a nice bigger pistol, I could have 15, 17, 19, 22, whatever the case is. You were still screwed because you only had 10 round capacity. So that lady, that officer, she needed all 10 rounds, I believe. But some of you guys are saying 8+1. Like Hurricane says 8+1. And there really is no right answer because I believe it depends where you live. I believe, especially nowadays, is a better time to have maybe something. I know Matt, Resisted Tyranny, he carries a Glock 43 and he has 6 rounds. And usually he has a spare mag. So that'd give him 12. And let's see, Shaggy Rifleman says 17 rounds minimum. I can easily conceal full size. So why not? There you go. So that's kind of a thing, right? Eagle Eye, just for fun, because I know he says he just needs one. 44 Magnum, 280 grain hollow point. Man stopper, buffalo stopper, bear stopper. Let's see. Every time you pitch the pitcher back, I have to laugh. You're one hell of a tea drinker. James Henderson, yeah, if you only knew. Well, I guess you kind of do know. I drink a lot of tea, my friend, but it fights off the coronavirus. This is the cure to many, many ailments. So with that said, cheers, James Henderson, and the rest of you guys out there as well. Let's see, I carry 12 Commando says. Currently 15+1, 1911, so 8+1. In fact, when I dealt with the police the other day, they didn't even notice I had a gun on me. Very nice. Just one 17-round mag and one in the pipe. So, like, I know Matt. Now he may come on here and change his answer, but I believe he's always told me, like, if he has a mag that holds 6, he doesn't have the +1. So, like, when he takes his mag out, you know, and he cleans his, and he racks one that's in the chamber, he can actually put it back into the mag. Some of you guys, and I would love to hear this answer as well. If my magazine says 10 on it, or 11, 12, whatever, I always have that extra one. So when I'm like messing with my guns, I always have that one extra bullet out, right? That's the one that makes it into the laundry. That's the one that finds into your pocket and then into the laundry, right? It's the shiniest bullet you got because it's been washed 15 or 20 times. Let's see. Had to stop myself from buying a new pistol today. 45 auto. What were you thinking about buying, my friend? And why did you stop yourself? Was it because you thought maybe I should get a new rifle? Or was it because you thought, that rifle I have sure needs a nice optic and I'm going to save up? Or answer C, because if I buy this, my wife's going to kick my ass. This old gun, honey, right? Timber Micro 9 with 3 extra mag. Nice, James. That's cool. Skull says 5 or 6, 5+6. Chris Smith, 12+1. Let's see. It does depend on what firearm I'm carrying that day and where I'm carrying. A few different firearms. Let's see. Correct, Rick. If I have an 8-round mag, I have 8 rounds. If I have a 15-round mag, I carry 50 rounds. I don't +1. I did send you a link, Matt. I don't know if you're busy or whatever, just watching this while you're on the crapper. I don't know. But you do have a link, I believe. If not, tell me and I'll send you a new one. Just waiting until next week. The CZP-10S. Do you reload or does Ray reload for you? Shit, I wish he reloaded for me. No, I have to reload myself. I have a 650 at home. I have a single stage. What do I have? I have I got a couple. I have the Lee turret press thing, but I don't use that. And then I have a Redding, basically like a rock chucker style single stage. So yeah, I do reloading, but and I enjoy it actually. It's kind of a fun thing. I'll go in the garage and do some reloading. Now it's a lot more fun to shoot. Don't get me wrong, but it is kind of fun coming up with the load. that really works well for your rifle. Kind of a bonus. You must be the best hydrated battalion chief in California. I don't know. They always say that tea dehydrates you, but the way I drink tea, I don't know how it could because I'm always on the pisser. I'm always pissing, so it doesn't make any sense to me. But I guess somehow it dehydrates you or a laxative or whatever the hell it is. RCBS just came out with the new single stage. It's called the Rebel. It looks cool. If you get a chance, and let's say you won the lottery, because this thing is stupid expensive. If you get a chance and you won the lottery and you want probably the best single stage press ever invented, it's the new Area 419 press that is freaking $1,000. It is $1,000. It is all billet, freaking steel, amazing crap. You're just like, holy! I got to see it at the match, and I was like, damn, that thing's amazing. You there, Matt?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
There's no lights on. I'm just kind of laying back. I have a really early morning tomorrow. I wasn't even going to come on, but there's definitely no camera.
yeah, no problem. I don't want to see your naked ass anyways. But thanks for showing up, having some fun. Yeah, I thought I remember you had saying that you didn't do the +1 because it was nice to be able to throw the bullet back in the mag if you're taking it out for something.
Well, there's a few things when it comes to it. One of them is that you tend to. Have you ever heard of bullet setback?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you keep putting the bullet in the chamber, and the bullet actually comes back farther into the case, which increases your pressures.
Yeah. So when you +1, and not everybody, and this is just a generalization, and I'm not saying anything about anybody who does +1, but generally speaking, when you +1, you tend to keep reloading that same round over and over again, and that one round becomes dangerous.
Wouldn't that be the same as the same top bullet that you took out and put back in the mag?
No, because I always end up taking a couple out.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I always end up taking a couple out and reloading them. Oftentimes, I'll use the same mag. Like I'll take all my ammo out of the mag. But like if I'm doing dry runs or something like that, I'll take all the ammo out of that, all my defensive rounds out of that one mag.
Yeah, because you don't want to burn that stuff up anyways if you're training or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, just oftentimes that one round gets recycled over and over and over again in back in the pipe, and it just becomes a potentially dangerous round. So that's one reason. And I understand that may not be an issue for some people, maybe for others. Again, not saying one way or the other. But for me, it's one of those things where I load my gun, I chamber it, I holster it. It's a habit. I don't take the mag back out, put another round in, put the mag back in, right? Increase that spring pressure, blah, 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 blah. It's all nuanced bullshit, but that's just how I do it.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I don't think, like I would say, if there's the one thing I probably lack on doing is actually shooting my hollow point ammo, my home protection ammo, whatever the hell you want, self protection ammo, and cycle it through. Like I know a lot of people will go like, okay, at 6 months, I'm going to basically get rid of this stuff, put a new box in. And I don't know what the rule of, the best thing would be, but like for myself, I noticed that I don't do that enough. It would be better if I went and, shot those and then threw some new stuff in. So I'm kind of, that'd be something I would probably wish I had done better.
I shoot my defensive ammo usually twice a year. So it just depends, but see, I got stuck in a bad situation this time where I had just got done shooting most of my defensive ammo, and then Corona hit, and there was no ammo left. And
yeah, that sucks.
and so I'm sitting there buying. I'm like searching all over the place trying to find a box of like defensive ammo that I can just load a magazine with.
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
No,
anything. I
just
ended
get
up with
the
2
bit
boxes
and
of Norma.
drill out the hole in the Full Metal Jacket or something, you know. You're
Yeah.
like, "Shit, that's
I ended up with 2 boxes of Norma 124 grain hollow points.
Norma, huh?
Yeah,
Nice. And then you got to almost use a box to make sure it works because now you're trying a new round,
right.
which kind of sucks because now you're like, I really don't want to shoot these because I can't find this shit anywhere. So you want to shoot a few, right?
Yeah, it's really a rock and a hard place, and I mean, yeah, it's just one of those things where I always had 2 or 3 boxes of defensive ammo around, and yeah, I just kind of got stuck this time.
Yeah.
And again, the plus oneing, I don't. That's those are reasons that I don't. And if people do, I mean, I used to. I used to plus one. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, this is it's words of of experience of having done it both ways, and I
Yeah.
find that plus one I would continually rechamber and end up with a big bullet setback, and that's just not good. So for safety reasons alone, I don't do it. Um,
Yeah. What's crazy too is because, I do some reloading and you got these chamber checkers. And when you're reloading ammunition, I do the plunk test. So if it's a special gun or I'm trying to build a special load for something, I will actually throw the bullet into the barrel. And it really should not, if it's not hitting the lands of the bullet, that bullet should not offset. So if the bullet is designed, if it's is designed right within like Sammy specs, it really shouldn't be hitting the lands of the barrel and pushing it in. Now, there could be something that I'm missing, but like just thinking at it on the top of my head, when you plop that barrel in there,
it's
that
it has less to do with the chambering and has more to do with running up the ramp because
just kind of every time.
at friction every time. It
Okay.
has less to do with the actual sitting in the chamber and more to do with deadheading into that ramp because it always deadheads just a little bit.
The so you're having trouble finding ammo. I think 2/3 of the people here are having trouble finding ammo, if not all of them. And that's the bummer. That's the good part about practicing, going out and training, whatever you want to call it. But then you're like, shit. Now I just used a couple hundred rounds of this, and I need to, restock it before I get to zero, right?
Yeah, I'm down to about 1,500 to 2,000 rounds of ammo that I would normally shoot, and then there's 4,000 rounds that I have that I just sit on. I
Yeah,
don't like
well,
I don't like to get below that 4,000 rounds. Like if I get down to 4,000 rounds, that's zero, right? I don't.
yeah, yep,
Um,
yeah. The other stuff's for other stuff.
and yeah, I'm almost down to that stuff.
Yeah, it sucks. And it's the same. I know you don't reload, Matt, but the reloading stuff is kind of getting harder to find here lately. I know quite a few guys that have been finding stuff, but when they're all finding stuff, that means all the shit's going, all the stuff's going away. So David Jason just got a steal on some 9mm. So David just got some 9mm, so that's good.
So Len Holt asks, has there ever been an incident with that plus one round being a problem? I don't know that there's ever been an issue with the plus one being a problem, but there has been known issues of overpressured rounds because of bullet setback, which is what I try to avoid.
Yeah, you will get higher pressures. I mean, if you were to do that, like Matt said, if you say you had the same ammo and you say every night before you went to bed, say you're a police officer and you already had your I don't know, I'm just coming up with some story bullshit, but and you took it out every day after work, right? And then every morning before you went to work, you loaded that same round, right? And then there comes a time when he or she needs to actually fire that weapon, and it's, in quite a few thousandths or whatever. There's going to be some extra pressure. So depending on what you're shooting it out of, you may have the ability to, might hand grenade. Basically, you might find a few parts in your eyeballs or something. So,
yep. And honestly, if I'm and I know this is, because I carry the 19 sometimes, and sometimes I carry the 19X, but generally daily I carry the 43. And somebody made a comment out in the chat room. I think that something like people that say that gunfights don't last that long, but you should prepare
7 rounds or whatever. I thought I saw that earlier.
Yeah, you should prepare for worse than that or something, which is a true statement. But I'm just going to be real that if the 16th round is what makes or break the gunfight I'm in, I did something horribly wrong before that 16th round.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's like, okay, I'm going to carry 7 rounds today. And then you're like, but am I going to need 8? Or is only 3 going to be fine? Like, it's tough because I'm not a guy that really likes to carry an extra mag. So, like, when I went from the 43, the Glock 43 to the SIG 365, I'm like, sweet. Now I got like almost twice as much ammo. Basically, I got twice as much ammo. So that's basically my Glock 43 and a spare mag, as long as the mag doesn't fail, like, because you can't make a new mag. But round-wise, capacity-wise, and usually when something does screw up, it is usually the mag. So there's a good reason why a lot of people carry spare magazines. Totally.
Somebody said out in the chat room, this Brian Marks said, what if you drop the round in the chamber and send the slide home? And he said, break extractor. It's bad on the extractor. Yes, sir. It's very bad on the extractor.
Yeah, you will make a gun old quick doing that. Well, the extractor anyway. I used to do that a lot, actually, and Ray kind of was like, you know what that does, right? I'm like, yeah, the extractor just goes around the bullet and then clicks back in. He's all, well, kind of. He's all, you're really wearing, you're putting some extra wear on that for sure. So you might break an extractor a lot sooner than you thought you would have. So yeah, if you're the guy that puts the bullet in and then slides it home, you are getting some extra wear and tear on that extractor, and that's the piece that, at least after the first shot, you're really going to want to work. So.
Yeah, it's not at all how it was designed to be used. It was
supposed to slide in there,
yes,
and then go forward, and not around it and then clamp on. It's not made like that. That's why the mag, goes up into the extractor as it goes forward, and then when it comes back, it rips it out.
It's the same reason you don't use the claw side of a hammer to hammer a nail in.
Yeah, it's not made for that. In fact, the Glock extractor is angled for that reason. Let's see, what's up, Rich 1911? How you doing, buddy? Let's see, cheapest brass 9mm I've seen.
Somebody was talking about 22-cent around S&B out there earlier.
Am I there? Can you hear me? Am I live?
Yeah, I didn't know if it was me or you.
No, it was me, which is weird because we got like super great internet here.
Yeah.
We do, but I don't know what the hell's going on. Let's see. See, I have no issues, and the people they say it's an issue never had an issue and can't back up their claims. Just my opinion. Well, there is that, but I have seen broken extractors for sure.
Well, that's not an opinion. He I don't know if Shaggy doesn't understand what an opinion is, but he made a statement of fact. that people that say that can't back up their claim. That's a statement of fact. So it's not an opinion. You're calling people liars.
Yeah, the way it's worded. Never had an issue and can't. Let's see. And if you hammer with the claw side, smash that like button, Eric says. What's up, Eric? Actually, if you just put some ADW90 on it, on the broken extractor, or some tea, it'll fix it. It's like magic cure-all, fixes everything. Just lost about 30 seconds. Let's see. Thumbs up. 51 versus 27. RTT is kind of...
He said, see, this is where people don't understand opinions again. I am kind of a dick sometimes. That's a statement of fact.
That is a fact.
And I don't give a fuck who thinks so.
And that's also a fact. So there's that. Let's see. I'm not saying extractors break. You're correct in calling out that I stated fact, but said opinion. All right, that's good. We're moving on. Let's see. Lynn Holt picked up some Blazer 9 range for $13. Picked up 2 because they were there. I really don't need them. Exactly. If you go in there and you don't need them, which is good, grab a couple boxes, leave a couple boxes for the guy that might be running in there because he doesn't have any, like Matt when he didn't have any self-protection stuff. But yeah, that's
right.
Capture it when you can. You got one opportunity. Hat caliber is your rifle. Hat caliber. What caliber is your new rifle? 6mm Creed. If you're talking to me. LOL, drunk. Dunk it in the glass. That's right. You just get the extractor, dip it in the sweet tea, shake it off, dip it in the AW90, and you have yourself a brand new working extractor. Direct and no BS. I learned the fast way. That's right, Drew. Today is the day of, it's like was it fast fire or whatever, where you got to learn stuff really quick? Or the like fast questions kind of deal? Shaggy. That's right. Let's see. So what's another good topic, Matt? You got anything? I know your customer service was pretty badass.
Dude, that was so. It's so often you get shitty customer service from people, across the board, not just gun companies anymore, but just companies.
That's because social media will blast the shit out of them.
Yeah, maybe. And it's so hard to get good customer service these days. And SB Tactical turned around and gave me some of the best customer service I've ever had this week. And I was impressed almost beyond words.
That was nice of them to do that, especially if they had a year warranty thing and they said, "Hey, we'll send you one." That's cool.
Yeah, they
that makes things so much better. I mean, they I'm sure they know it, but like the next time you go, man, I need a brace, you're not thinking, well, which one should I buy? You're going, oh shit, I'll get another one of these. They work great, and I know they got a good customer service. What's up, Vanessa?
Yeah, it's like somebody in my chat room. Somebody in my comment section said Streamlight has good customer service. Streamlight has superb customer service. If you're big into weapon mounted lights, Streamlight's customer service is almost legendary at this point. It's so good.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's cool.
And yeah, so like SB Tactical, they did a hell of a job. I had to use Streamlight's customer service once. Nope, bam. I mean, I had something in a couple days. Radical Firearms. Radical Firearms has a history of bad customer service. And when I broke the bolt in half on their rifle, in the first 1,000 rounds, they were like, I shot them a picture, and they were like, all right. 2 days later, I had a brand new one, and it's never, had a problem since.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, but I've also had some pretty crappy experiences with, gun companies and, well, just any, lots of companies.
Well, like right now, there's 49 people watching plus the two of us, and you got people talking about like Brownells. So X Deuce says Brownells is letting them down. Like those are the things that Brownells shouldn't want to hear. So like get your shit together, because right now 51 people know that Brownells is letting a fellow shooter down, and then you got worst customer service by the Shaggy Rifleman's, Kroger, best customer service, T-Rex Arms. People see this stuff, and it may sway them to buy something or somewhere else, because nobody wants to deal with shitty service.
Yeah. I mean, I know I harp on Palmetto State Armory, and a lot of people love them. A lot of people hate them. I'm not here to argue about PSA. But if you look at any review site, right, like at the Yelp type site or Indeed or even their own Facebook page, they can't carry more than a 4.0 rating on anything. Some of them have sub 2.0 ratings, and it's almost always customer service.
Oh, yeah.
If you go through like PSA's complaints, it's customer service. It's customer service. They're either a dick to me or they don't want to talk to me at all. And then you have probably another 10% or 20% of it is shitty product.
Yeah,
but
there's that for sure.
And it may be the percentages might be a little bit off, but there's a whole bunch of it that's customer service based. Why they have such a bad rating all over the internet.
Well, and that's the thing too. You got to remember too, with volume, right? So they're based on, not the highest end stuff, but quality should be there, but budget friendly as well. So they got tons of sales, and they're on the line of the budgety stuff. So, a little bit of whatever, maybe, when it's right on the cusping edge of being great and not so great, it might be, it's tougher, I think. Instead of you building like this bomb ass shit out of titanium, it's never going to break, kind of blah, 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 blah. And you're working with some steel that's maybe not the best. I'm just kind of using an idea of, they sell a lot of stuff. They're a multi-million-dollar company, so they have a lot of product coming out of there. So with that, they also have a lot of possibilities of getting a bad review too, and a good one, not a bad one.
The Shaggy Rifleman out there obviously had a really good experience with PSA. And I
didn't see it.
It says PSA called me a dipshit, literally.
Oh, I see it right there. Yeah.
And again, there's plenty of people that have had plenty of good experiences with them. There's three things that will get you hate on the internet. I think we've talked about this before. If you make a video that you say nice things about Glocks, it will be your most popular video, and most of it will be hate. If you say anything negative about Palmetto State Armory, it'll be your most popular video, and it'll be mostly hate.
And if you say hate CZ,
if you say anything negative about CZ, it'll be one of your most popular videos, and it'll be mostly hate. So I'm not here to shit on any company before I get bombarded with hate.
Leave me alone. Yeah, exactly. Now, we have talked about it before. The Idaho Rogers, I'm shooting it at 2685. That's my favorite load. 41 grains of Hodgdon 40 Air H4350.
Somebody asked earlier about ejection pattern and over gassing. I didn't catch who it was.
Was it recently or how far ago?
Yeah, just a little bit ago.
Okay.
But it was basically, when you're building an AR, do you worry about ejection pattern? What do you do if you notice that it's overgassed? I don't know who said it. Somebody used my
I'm
name when they
looking.
said it.
I'm
They didn't
looking.
use They didn't use RTT. They used my first name.
Ray or Brian Marks?
Okay. Oh. Uh, I would answer that with sort of. I don't worry too much about erratic ejection, simply because I use some of the shittiest ammo on the planet. And that's the only time you're gonna get to hear me say anything bad about steel case ammo. But it's not match ammo. It's loaded.
Yeah.
I don't expect it to have perfect ejection or the same gas pressures each time like a match grade ammo. So I don't worry as much about ejection patterns. But if I notice that something's overgassed, first thing I do is get a heavier spring or buffer.
See, and if something, I prefer something. Me and Ray have talked about this in the past as well. The himself and myself now would prefer overgas because you're going to get function out of your firearm. You're gonna get a little extra wear and tear on your rifle, but at the end of the day, if you have a truck gun, if you have a gun, maybe you're in law enforcement, you have a carbine or whatever you have in your vehicle, you want to know that it's going to go far enough back, pick up the next round, and chamber the round.
No doubt. I don't disagree at all.
So if it's overgas, I would much rather have an overgas rifle than I would an undergas one. Now, on the competition side of things, the reason why you want an overgas gun is because you may be shooting I don't know, 69 grain Defender ammunition, and then you have a bunch of 55 grain stuff for the up close stages. You want to make sure that both of them run. So if you have to run overgassed in order for the one to actually work, you're just going to have to do that in order for it to work.
The only thing that I have run into with overgassed, and it may be a level of overgassed, not just slightly overgassed, is it's so violent. The action gets so violent that their last round bolt hold open doesn't work.
I can see that. Yeah.
And so because most ARs, if you are buying anything that's from mid-grade to poverty level, you're buying anything from a mid-grade.
You're talking ammo right now, right?
No, I'm talking ARs.
Oh, ARs. Okay.
If you're buying like an Aero Precision, which I think is mid-grade to a little bit higher mid-grade, but Aero Precision down to Anderson, they're probably all going to be overgassed. It's just the easiest way to make an AR run is to overgas it.
Yeah, and they don't know what you're going to shoot either.
Right.
So,
but I like, okay, so like my there's a there's some talk about radical firearms out there since I mentioned them earlier. My radical firearms had a hell of a hard time with bolt hold open problems until I put a 4-ounce was 4-ounce? What's the H2? Is that 4-ounce?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't want to answer. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, I think it's the H2 buffer that I put in it, and then it started to hold. Then I was getting bolt hold open, good bolt hold open then, because it was so overgassed. And then somebody out here said something about the 10.5-inch PSA pistol, which I also have the 10.5 PSA pistol.
Yeah.
And I have the Arms Core dual captured recoil spring in it. The all one piece deal.
Mm-hmm.
And it works great in that, dude. Gun toting Minnesotan. If you're looking for something for that 10.5, check out the Arms Core capture recoil spring. That thing is a godsend for that overgas PSA.
Nice. There you go. Hopefully that helps you out. Do you prefer the single or double stage trigger on your ARs?
I have both, and I like both for different reasons.
Let me hear him. See if it's the same as me.
So I have the BCM single stage in one of my guns, and I like it because I can get faster follow-up shots with it, and the dual stage.
Here we go.
The double stage is for slower creeping shots that end up more accurate in the end.
Ugh. I almost pulled it out of you. I was like,
You were looking for long range.
yep, hook up.
Yeah, you were looking for long range.
I knew you weren't gonna say long range. I flat out knew you weren't gonna say that word. But I was waiting for you to say longer shots.
Yeah, no, it's less about longer shots than the creeping, slowly, slower shots. Like I have the AT3 4.5 pound trigger, nickel boron 4.5 pound trigger in my radical lower. Man, that thing is crisp, just beautiful trigger. But my BCM, I get better follow-ups and 3-4 shots, groupings with it.
All right. Yeah, so my answer was pretty much what you were saying. H2
if you're looking for a combat trigger, go with the single stage. If you're looking for something that's you're going to do more accurate shooting with, double stage. That was how I would answer that question, Chris Smith.
Got it. Lynn Holt, I don't know what everybody's answer would be, but the competitive shooters turn some rounds. How many barrels does the average enthusiast burn out? Somewhere close to 0. Honestly, with the 22, it's basically a 2, 2, 3, 5, 5, 6, depending on which one you're rolling with. That's it's such a small round. It's really not getting crazy. But I know people do. I mean, look at all those competitive shooters that shoot bazillion rounds. Me, on the other hand, I don't shoot that many rounds with the 3-gun rifle. So I saw the same one that I had the last 3 years.
I haven't shot a barrel out yet, and I shoot a lot. But
yeah, I don't think that round will really eat a barrel up bad. I guess if you had like a pencil barrel and you're full dumping 10, 20 mags through it while it was hot.
Well, about like my AK, my GP75, it's got like 40,000 rounds through it, and it's still got plenty of rifling left.
Yeah.
It's still a good barrel.
That's right. And you shoot so up close anyways, it really doesn't matter if it has rifling.
Right? It can be smooth bore.
I don't need these things to spin all pretty. Shit.
Hell no. I just use a slingshot.
That's for the farther shit. I'll use my other rifle for that. They actually made, who's the company that made it? They made an AR with no rifling, so you could do something with it. Remember that?
Yeah, I do, but that's just freaking
I don't remember why they did it. I can't remember because it wasn't considered an assault rifle or something, or it wasn't considered a firearm or some shit. I was like, that's kind of a genius way around something. But I don't know if it ever made it or not. Maybe you guys out in the comment sections will know. But I remember hearing that. No rifling. That makes it.
No, Jason, I don't have any experience with the LaRue.
Let's see. Just got a trigger tech. Those are nice triggers. Davey. For the 110. It's my first aftermarket AR trigger. Yeah, you're going to like it. You're going to be like, holy shit, this is what it's supposed to feel like?
I hate the mil-spec AR trigger, man. I just do. I just like the 10.5 inch Palmetto State AR I have. They have what they call a polished mil-spec trigger in it.
How's that one?
And it's it's still a creepy piece of shit like a mil spec trigger, but it's just a little smoother.
Yeah,
And
smoother, creepy shit.
yeah, I mean, you put I mean, it's okay. I've had a couple double fires with it,
There you
which
go.
which was a little unexpected, but I mean for the price of a mil spec trigger set versus the price of like a BCM gunfighter trigger, they're not that different. And they're within the same ballpark of each other. And
like $20 maybe.
well, I think the BCM gunfighter trigger is like $40. It might be $60, but and a mil spec trigger set's what, $25.
Well, usually when I get a mil spec trigger, it's a full, complete lower parts kit. And you know what I mean? I just buy them as a parts kit. Actually, I bought so many parts kits back in the day when I was in California, and I was like trying to make things, you know. I was just buying like CMMG parts kits and lower parts kits, just all the springs and shit. And it always come with that shitty ass trigger. And I actually have some of those in my rifle still. Do you prefer to shoot the 223 or the 5.56? Actually, it depends on the rifle I'm shooting, because and it depends on the ammo I can get. Now, if I could have done it all over again, so 20 plus years ago, I had bought the 223 over the 5.56 because it wasn't a big deal. You could find ammo everywhere. You could, you know, supposedly more accurate, which isn't really the case. And then I wish I would have went the other way so you could run either or. So I have one rifle that I accidentally throw 5.56 into, and I go, oh yeah, because it doesn't eject out. I go, oh, this is that rifle. And then so I would prefer to shoot 5.56, or at least be chambered in 5.56 so I can shoot both.
Chris Smith asked about single stage AR triggers. I don't I mean, I
trying to do
like
really.
BCM. It's just a good general purpose, nice braking trigger that is not expensive.
Yeah, and those things can get stupid. You can pay $300 for a trigger, and then you're like hyperfire triggers, and you know, like really nice top grade 3-gun, which I don't have. I just have a Geisley. I think I have a 2-stage on my 3-gun rifle, which sucks, but it ended up on there, and I haven't changed it out. But the man, it is stupid prices for some of that. But there is, with price comes some really nice freaking nice triggers.
Absolutely.
What's up, John?
I just don't spend the money on it. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, and I mean, it's tough to. I wouldn't call it waste, but you know, when you're like, should I get a pistol or should I get a trigger?
Right? Should I get a case of ammo or a trigger?
Or a trigger? Which one? You know, can't polish a turd, Ronald Wilson. That is a true fact, my friend. Now you can do some work to some of those, but you got to be really careful. And it's almost, you can end up with some magic shit you don't want to happen. So,
like I wouldn't have, and I want to say this very carefully because I don't want people to think it's not worth it. But I wouldn't have the AT3 2-stage trigger in my Radical AR if they hadn't have given it to me to review. Like I wouldn't have spent $140. I think maybe they're 120, but I wouldn't have spent $120 on a trigger at that point in time in my life. I still wouldn't. I would have put like a BCM gunfighter in it. With that said, it's a freaking nice trigger. And,
Yeah.
you know, it breaks like thin glass, just tink, and it's, it, I can see it being worth every penny that it is, but it's not my kind of trigger, generally speaking.
45 says, how many ARs do I have? I don't have that crazy many. I just have a bad memory. I don't know, 4 or 5. 4 or 5. Yeah, for the most part. I got one in 9mm, and I got a 308 as well. A couple of those. I don't know. I got a few. Nothing like KBS. That guy's building a new AR every day. John Townley's right. Even a shitty, creepy mil-spec trigger kills. That is a fact. Let's see. PSA single stage cassette style trigger flat face. I really liking those flat face. I actually I was lucky enough to be given actually a trigger for my new rifle coming up, and I can't even think of who makes it, but it's a flat face trigger. It's a drop-in for my bolt gun. It's going to be really nice, so hopefully soon I'll be able to do that. Looking forward to that.
Richard Hedges. Yes, sir. 20 years of shooting the Army stuff, you learn it's a tool, and it's almost always the Indian, not the arrow. I have 2 videos dedicated to that exact thing, Richard, that if you can't shoot your gun, it's not your gun, it's you.
Yeah. I like when this gun shoots low left.
Right. Yeah. My gun's not accurate. and unless your barrel's bent, your gun is more accurate than you are. Trust me.
This gun shoots low left. Let me type
I've heard so many people, like, there 4 or 5 years ago, some dude hands me a 45, right? It's just some 1911 45. I can't remember. I couldn't tell you what it was. He can't hit shit. We're stapling paper plates up there, and he's like, I'm hitting low. I'm hitting all over the place. There's something wrong with the sights on this gun. Okay, give it to me. He hands me a full magazine. I put 8 in like 3 inches from 10 yards.
I fixed it.
I hand it back to him. As I'm handing it back to him, I look over and he's giving me the finger.
Yeah. I know. I'll be like, we'll mess with something, or we'll change the sight out. And now I'm like, I'll shoot it, and I'll be like, I'll hand it to Ray. All right, confirm it's where it needs to be, just because I know it's probably my dumb ass screwing it up. Rock River Arms, I'm assuming. I don't know how to say that. Fid.
Huh?
How do you say this person's name? Fide
5D01.
5D01.
Yeah.
P-Hide 01. 5D01.
Yeah.
I don't know on the rock. I'm assuming you're thinking Rock River Arms. 2-stage. I'm not sure. Good question though. Maybe someone out there will know. Hopefully, or maybe Matt knows. I don't know.
What?
If the Rock River Arms 2-stage.
I have no idea.
I don't either. Boney farts in his house. Walking point in Vietnam, I used to spray and pray method for the first mag while looking for cover. Yeah, that makes sense. What's up, Willie? Appreciate it. Thanks for your service, my friend. Let's see here. What do we got? I love throwing my AR into the berm 4 or 5 times. Had a 3-gun match before running the stage. Richard, are you making fun of me when I dropped that mag? Stuck the barrel into the mud. Richard. He was actually there. I got a chance to meet Richard. Very nice guy. He actually won a knife yesterday on my. He won a knife from X-Ring on my chat last night. So, congratulations. You know, Roy Rogers was bad for riding the trigger. Yeah, actually, it was. Wildest AR.
Oh, did he freeze or is it me?
We good? Are we live?
I got you.
I got you. Sound like a damn Sonny Bono and Cher. Let's see. Texas Bullet, what's going on? That's me. For some reason, the internet sucks here for some reason. I'm salty. I didn't get a knife. Well, damn it, Davy J. Maybe next time. He's actually giving out quite a few knives on the channel. Let's see. Ronald Wilson, it's 6. Yeah, it's definitely me. That joke is probably over. Most people say, we got Nick Knox from Korea, everyone. Give old Nick Knox a what's up. Let's see. What videos you got coming? I haven't seen any mag videos. Are you waiting for all the holsters to show up before you start that?
Oh, me?
Start in August.
Yeah, I'm starting in August. It'll be a full month of holster. So I talked to the last company last week, and they said that by this weekend they should have the rest of my holsters shipped out, which should complete all 30 from various companies. And if all goes well, starting August 1st, on August 1st, I'll have a video announcing what the rest of the month will be, and then 30 straight days of holster videos.
Well, on the 9th, make it a super special one because that's my birthday. Make it the coolest one.
I still need to. I think I have 10 uploaded to YouTube right now, scheduled to start, coming out in August. I have the B-roll recorded for another 5 or 6, 4 or 5. I have the tabletop review part for another 4 or 5. Yeah, it's. I'll never do it again.
How many times can you say this is very nice? It's got smooth edges.
Yep.
It's got a great belt clip. It'll be cool though. You will actually get to see the differences. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there's
when you have that many of those things.
Not 2 holsters have been the same, no matter how close they may look.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. There's people that have put a little more effort and time into coming up with a better design for some, reasons.
Yeah. And there's only one holster because there's only one holster that I've done the review for so far where I've said, don't buy this holster. This thing's a piece of shit. It's
yeah.
The rest of them have been, they have their pluses. They have maybe a minus or 2, but they all generally have pluses, and they're all generally, in my opinion, worth the money that a person would pay for them. So that's good.
That is good. Yeah, it's tough when you're like, I remember when it kind of, not that it first came out, but some of the bigger manufacturers, and they're like, yeah, it's $120, and it's a piece of freaking plastic. Like I can make this out of a melted milk jug. It wouldn't be as nice, but I'm like, come on.
Do you know the channel Tundra Tactical?
Tundra Tactical?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
They do some funny videos. Gun
like
videos.
funny.
And I actually made it's coming out on Sunday. I made a Tundra Tactical inspired comedy video.
Like a parody or something?
No, not so much. It's but the one that I did is what your holster choice says about you.
I can't wait to see this shit.
Um,
Now you got to have one of those floppy ass freaking Cordura
nylon.
nylon. You got
Yeah.
you got one of those in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was gonna
I
say
have-
if you don't have one of those in there, then you missed out.
I have hybrid holsters. I have nylon holsters. I have all leather holsters, and I have Kydex holsters. And I have a comment for every one of them. It's fun. It was fun. I won't do another one. I emailed it the video. It's unlisted right now, but I emailed it to them just to say, you guys don't know me. I'm a lot smaller channel what they are. But I enjoy your videos. You inspired me to make this video. Hope you don't mind.
Yeah, I think if it's gonna be a funny one like that, they'll probably enjoy the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know we did this really cool. At least I thought it was cool. It was on X-Ring's channel. The parody to Grand Thumb. Did you ever see that video? We did motorcycles,
Yes.
full auto and shit. Like I mean, we put a lot of time into that video. Thinking it would be pretty damn cool, and he'd get a kick out of it or whatever. And I don't know if he even said go pack sand or anything, but yeah, it was fun to make, and it was pretty damn good, I thought. So I was like, shit, asshole didn't even say anything. But
Willie Brackett says, "What's a good outside of waistband holster for a Springfield XDM? Anything that a Glock fits in." In other words, dump that fucking XD.
But it's got the shooting area, so you know where to shoot.
Got the grip zone.
Now. Oh, Brian Marcus. Are you going to get a few barrels spun up for your new bolt gun? What action did you go with? I went with the Curtis Axiom action. And as far as a few extra barrels, I'm going to try this one out and see how it does. And if it works out well, I'll probably order another one. And can you change the barrels out quickly? Decent quick, not like AI quick, but with a couple of the right tools and the right clamps, you can. So there's that. Hopefully that helps. Whole milk or 2% for the best plastic? Whole milk for sure. Definitely is a better plastic for Kydex.
Yep. And just remember, as long as you have a toaster oven and 2 pillows, you too can make a holster.
That's right. And you need a pistol.
Actually, to what Willie Brackett said, I don't know. So, I would say Safariland for the ALS or even GLS for your outside the waistband holster, but being a Springfield isn't considered a reasonable duty pistol, they may not make it for that. I don't know
for that. There's a GLS holster. I can't remember. I did a video a couple years ago. It depends on what you're trying to accomplish with it, because it was nice because when you grabbed it, it would automatically release the, I don't know if it would be a level 2 holster, I believe.
Yeah.
It didn't have a hood or anything, but when you grabbed it, you would release the button, which I thought was cool. But if you're going to run around a lot, say 3-gun, I use actually the hood system, just so I know that thing's not going to DQ me flying out.
Right.
And I run like a gazelle that's on heroin, that's half passed out and can't run.
I've seen your videos. You do run like a gazelle that has been injured, but
I'm just saying, I keep it real, my man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You run like a gazelle that your legs have been bitten by a lion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm like, do I really want to run over there? You're not supposed to run when you have a gun, anyways, right? You should have just shot whatever you're chasing after.
Right.
I gotta talk for something. Talk about something.
All right. Tim Davis says, don't forget the 8090 for the holster. Absolutely. If you are having retention issues with your Kydex holster, and especially if you're having retention issues with your nylon holster, soak it in 80W90. Let it drip dry, and I promise you, your retention issues will be gone. It will slide right in and out. Oder says, thanks, guys. And the rest, pleasant, thanks. All right, man. Later, man. 45 Auto said they're going to bed, so good night to you, too. Matt Cross says, XDs are awesome. I'm sorry. Let's see, who else? Skip Geek, how you doing? People do make stupid holster choices, Shaggy. The Shaggy Rifleman says people make stupid holster choices. They absolutely do. Shaggy Rifleman, I just bought another holster from another company, fixed all my holster issues. There you go. Have Glocks, but also the grip angle doesn't work for my arthritis. My wrist. Oh, it's for playing with steel. Carry 365, hunt with a Glock 40. Rod Latham says hello. Right. And I really like Rob Latham too, but I still think XDs are fucking garbage.
He's still on that shit?
Well, no, there was another comment, but
Okay.
I like outside the waistband holsters, Kydex, passive retention. I really like Bravo concealment holsters. Raven makes good ones for outside the waistband passive retention, but for an active retention holster, Safariland. And then there's some of these companies like G Code that makes a hooded holster and things like that. So G Code might make good outside the waistband for your XD too. Gimp Gigas fighting. I put in Facebook jail again. Haven't seen you posting there a bit. Yes, sir. I am out of jail in 6 days or 7 days of my 30-day stint.
Is that what it was? 30 days? Holy
30 days.
Tim Davis owns more XDs than I do Glocks. Oh, I own more XDs than him. Hey, if you like them and they work, good. Good. And I think you're full of shit. Let's see. I don't know what took place while I was gone. That's what happens when I.
Oh no! I said something about that I still think XDs garbage or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I've heard they shoot well, but I've never been a fan.
Yeah, they got I can't get good follow-up shots with them. They got garbage triggers. They got really long, spongy trigger follow-up or resets. And honestly, I've never had one make it through a 2-day class.
Really?
Yeah, not one. Not without some sort of stoppage. Not without some point in time where he had to leave the line to
fix them.
Not fix something that was broken, but there's magazine issue. Maybe bullets started bouncing. Maybe the follower stuck, or there was an over insertion problem with one that I remember, where when he slammed the mag home, the slide actually wouldn't drop until he pulled the mag out just a little bit. They're just, in my opinion, not high quality guns. They work at static ranges indoors, keep them clean. They're fine.
Maybe in a, nightstand.
Yeah, maybe. That's just Yeah.
And you know what? It's better than a sharp stick.
It's better than a sharp stick. Yeah, people get really attached. Like, I don't give a shit what anybody says about Glock. I don't get mad at them for it. You know?
Hey, Matt, Glocks are dumb.
Yeah, they probably are.
No, you're mean.
No, you're a horrible person for saying so.
That's not nice, Mr. Matt. Let's see. Alien gear holsters. I tried one of those, and he's asking you actually, but I was not. There's too much shit going on. These were years back though when they first came out.
I have one of the first, if not the first, iteration of Alien Gear still. I only stopped using it because I started putting lights on my guns, and they don't have light compatible shells for them, or at least they didn't at the time. But they're not horrible holsters, but I wouldn't run them in a class. I think they're comfortable, but I guess just really depends on the person. I think they're a sweaty mess at the end of the day because there's just so much material there.
Yeah.
You know, for me,
Well,
there's
that's the one thing I figured. I mean, everybody was talking about, oh yeah, this and that and this, and I went and tried one, and I was like, whoa, there's a lot here.
Yeah, there's a lot there. I think they're a well-made holster. I've never seen one fail personally, but I wouldn't run one in a class because there's so much reholstering, and you know, hybrids tend to be not real reholster friendly.
Yeah, especially if you got to sit there and reholster all day long.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, this is getting annoying. Let's see. I don't use one with all the crazy on it, Rick. Those are definitely confusing. What is all the crazy on it? Have you ever used? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I know there's a new kit and you can make it this and that, and you add this attachment. And,
yeah, the shape shift.
Yeah, I'm like, no, hell no. No, but this was way before. It was when they first came out, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of a cool idea, concept. And I didn't tried it, and a buddy of mine had one, and I'm like, nah, I can't see myself carrying all this crap in me. But you know what one of my favorite holsters to date is that I've had for probably, oh shit, probably at least 12 years is the Garrett Industries holster, and I don't even know if they make it anymore. It was called the Solo, and it was leather wrapped, neoprene, and kydex. It was the most comfortable holster I've ever used. And I was like, this thing is nice, but I don't even know if they make it anymore. It was pretty pricey at the time. I think it was like maybe $85 at the time back then. But I was like, man, how did they do this? But it's very comfortable.
I haven't found a kydex holster unless it's like an appendix plus one, you know, like the sidecar, you know, with the mag caddy.
Yeah.
I haven't found a kydex holster that's worth $100. You know, $80, $90, $100. That's too much. It's too much to pay for a piece of folded kydex.
For a piece of molded up kydex. No, for sure. For sure. This thing is leather. The one thing that they have over anybody I've ever seen is they actually infuse, it's a super thin layer of leather inside between the kydex and the actual leather. So it goes kydex from the outside in. It goes kydex, thin layer of leather, then leather again, and then neoprene, and then leather. So it has a little bit of pad to it, like, you know, like a surfer wetsuit material, that neoprene stuff. And it's one clip, so it's not like a set of two. And it doesn't take up a lot of real estate, and it's actually super comfortable. I carry that appendix, and that's my favorite so far.
So Chris Smith verified that, yeah, the problem with him is that I'm guessing he probably has a leather backed one, not the nylon backed one. But that his alien gear is a sweaty mess, and that's why he's looking to change it. Man, there are so many good inside the waistband Kydex options out there. I can't even begin.
You have 30 different ones.
I've got 2 boxes, dude, full of holsters right now, and I can honestly hand one to any one of them to anyone, and say you're okay. Like you're not going to get a holster that's going to fail you.
That's cool.
It's just saturated market.
Yeah, you really can't. It's like Glock videos. There's quite a few bazillion out there, but everybody's got a little tweak to it or an opinion or whatever. I know I like because I have a couple, but the Harrison holster, Kydex holster is nice.
Harry's,
yeah, Harrison's the name.
Yeah, Harry's makes a great holster. I mean, Bravo Concealment makes a great holster for inside the waistband. Their torsion holster is fantastic. Non-light bearing though. I don't know if the dude's got a light on his gun or not. I mean, even like Tolster and Concealment Express, some of these more budget options that are like $30-$40 holsters. They're not bad holsters. They're not the best ones out there, but they're not bad. The new Tolster, the new Tolster Oath holster.
Whoa, say that 3 times. Holy shit.
Yeah, the Tolster Oath holster, OATH holster, which they haven't even released yet, and I have 2 of them. They're awesome holsters. Ambidextrous, tuckable. They're made great. They got a nice slim profile clip on them. Fantastic holsters. They come out in about 6 days.
Ronald Wilson says, "What the hell do millennials carry their guns in?" And I put a man purse.
Yep, Merce.
The Merces. I don't know.
The pocket in their skirts.
That's right. All right. Well, we're at an hour and a half, and I figure your ass needs to go to bed. I got a few things I got to do.
So, real quick, Richard Hedges says had a student almost shoot himself with a hybrid leather folded into the trigger. So I'm going to tell you one of the lines from my What Your Holster Says About You. That if you carry a hybrid holster, you don't know if you want the retention of a Kydex holster or take that trigger guard gamble of a leather holster. And
I got to show you my holster because it's considered a hybrid, I think. But
Richard Hedges, knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're talking about the flappy king cut where it gets in the trigger. Isn't it called the king cut?
I don't know.
There's one company, I think they call it the king cut, where you can cut the leather. Basically the part that goes against your body.
Right.
Let's see. All right. With that said, got anything you want to tell these fine folks before we get out of here?
I am hitting the desert by 6 a.m. tomorrow. And that's about it. I have a ton of holsters, ton of holster videos coming up and a couple other ones. I have one that's coming out next Wednesday for talking about being cross-eye dominant for anybody that's interested in that.
You just need a V8, right?
Say again?
You just need a V8 for that, right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. One of the comments caught my eye. What was I saying?
MFT. You're talking about
Yes, that's the one that caught my eye.
Yeah. I don't use those.
Those aren't holsters.
No.
But yeah, so Sunday I'm releasing a video. Wednesday I'm doing a cross-eye dominant video will be published. And that brings me into August. So then I start the 30 holsters in 30 days, hopefully.
The holster bonanza.
Yep.
That's awesome. A couple things I got coming out is that tripod. When I get home, I leave. Tomorrow's my last day, so the next day I fly home. Try to get some videos out. I got to work on figuring out what the issues were with the mags during the match. And I got a couple other items, other videos. So be on the lookout for those. Appreciate everybody showing up. And you guys take care. Be safe. And drink lots of magical sweet tea to save you from the corona. See you guys. Have a good night.